What's up everyone, this is Tony with JRNY Crypto. Welcome back to another video. So the crypto market is not looking good right now, but the stock market is in either. Over $10 trillion wiped out this morning. So crypto crashing is expected as well, but crypto is actually holding up better than the stock market. But a lot of people are saying that a lot of those gains have already been knocked out. We're already down so much that there's not much further lower to go. But if you have been in crypto, you know that is just not a thing. It can always crash more. The COVID crash was one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. Basically, we had a 20 to 30% crash at the beginning of the day, and then later that night, another 20 to 30%. So a lot of coins were down 50% or more in a single day. So we haven't seen anything that bad in a single day, but it is not looking good overall. Bitcoin actually just hit a new low. We can see here it touched $75,000, which it hasn't been that price since the beginning of November back here when things actually started going up. All of these gains basically wiped out, so definitely not great in general. But fundamentals continue rising. We just had GameStop announce that they're acquiring a large amount of Bitcoin. We just need a few more companies like that to do what MicroStrategy is doing. They just acquired another $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, which they seem to be doing that every couple weeks right now, especially with the prices going down. They seem to believe that the bull market is not over. A lot of people are calling for Bitcoin to drop to much lower prices, though. Seeing a lot of people call for Bitcoin to drop below $70,000 temporarily. That would put it right around this level right here, where we had the first leg up when the Bitcoin actually started going up. Wherever we do land, it's going to be temporary. I strongly believe that we're going to be seeing the markets rising towards the end of year, even towards mid-year, very possible as well. Things can turn around if Trump really turns the tables with these tariffs, and things start getting cleared up with that, and we don't enter World War III or a Great Depression or anything crazy like that, massive trade wars, or really trigger anything that would be bad for the entire world, and things start recovering, fear starts clearing up, we are going to start rising again because fundamentals continue rising. If you look at where we're at in the current bull market as well, technically we should be having our peak bull market around end of 2025 or early 2026. Of course, things don't always repeat, but we have seen the past few cycles have been pretty accurate the amount of time after the Bitcoin halving. There's some big stuff I want to talk about with Cardano as well. Some pretty big things happening there. Why I'm very bullish on that. And I do want to dive into altcoins and stuff more. I'll be doing that in a separate video, but some very important things I do want to show you guys in this video. So before we jump into that, I do want to zoom out on the Bitcoin chart just to give you guys some more perspective why things aren't looking as bad as they feel right now. So you can see the chart when you actually zoom out towards the end of 2023. It's not looking horrible. Could be much worse. So end of 2023, price of Bitcoin around $27,000. We had this huge run up here for the Bitcoin spot ETF approvals beginning of 2024. This peaked around March, but momentum did not continue at that time. We did not have all these bullish things continuing to roll out. We were on a steady downtrend after that, even with the Bitcoin halving that did happen in May. So it steady downtrend here throughout 2024, but it still held up much higher than where we were in bear market levels over here. Bitcoin going up once again from around $65,000, peaking around $109,000 over the course of a few months, now having a sharper correction. The thing is, with all the mass panic and fear, extreme fear, much more than back here, this was a normal drawn out correction here. Now we're having mass fear in the economy in general. Stock market's looking extremely bad as well. So of course, with a lot more fear and fear levels being much higher, the correction is going to be sharper, even if it's temporary. So we can see here, the correction has been sharper so far, but zooming out here in general, we can see the price of Bitcoin is still on a pretty good uptrend overall. And if it actually continues following this line here, things are going to be looking pretty good end of year. We can see it did not follow this accurately. It bounced off of this line multiple times with extremely bullish news. Bitcoin spot ETF, Trump becoming president with all the bullish stuff he was talking about. So just one more massive event like that happening towards end of year with the fear clearing up and other things that are causing fear in the markets clearing up, we can definitely have a huge bounce like this again and touch somewhere between $250,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin, with this line being that support line. Bitcoin coming back down if it did correct hard with something really bad happening again around $100,000 Bitcoin towards the end of 2025, which historically is where we're supposed to see the peak in the market. Of course, it's not going to follow exactly, but in general, if things are looking better, fears clearing up, a lot of this bullish stuff that Trump was promising starts rolling out. If we pass a Bitcoin strategic reserve where the US is going to start buying a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of states are going to follow, a lot of billionaires are going to follow, a lot of companies are going to follow, massive supply shock with companies like Strategy and GameStop and others to follow. That's just going to create such a supply squeeze on Bitcoin, especially since we're after that last Bitcoin halving that happened in May, less Bitcoin coming into circulation again. It's pretty much programmed that we have a bull market after a certain amount of time after every Bitcoin halving. Of course, that really depends on what's happening around that time. But overall, things are not looking horrible when you do zoom out like this. Things do look pretty bad when you compare it to the peak, but zoom out, we're not back to bear market territory down here or anywhere close to it. We're not even back to where we were on an average throughout 2024, which was around $60,000 Bitcoin. So while things could touch back down to that temporarily with something extremely bad happening, not likely at this point. And a lot of people are claiming that we are around the bottom right here, which I do believe as well. I have postponed the trading series I've been talking about because of all these fears of tariffs and everything, but I do believe we're getting pretty close to the bottom here, and I am going to start that trading series soon. But I'll probably take a different approach where I only buy altcoins with a certain percentage of the 10,000 on each blockchain, say 50%, and then I have 50% waiting in stable coins. So if we do get another drop here, say to $60,000 Bitcoin temporarily, I will be ready to buy on that dip. So I'll keep you guys updated on that trading series. If you haven't heard from previous videos or what I've been talking about on X, I'm going to be doing 3 simultaneously, and I'm going to be doing them on decentralized exchanges rather than on one centralized exchange. So my trading series before, I would only trade at the time during the video. So I'd make all the trades at once. While I was making the video, it was very limiting. Not only that, but exchanges at that time did not have many altcoins. The space was not as developed. It was very limiting, and we still did great with that trading series. So I do think this one's going to be a lot funner since we're doing 3, pretty much the 3 top blockchains here for altcoins simultaneously. So Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano. So Cardano does have Cardano native assets now, and a lot of these altcoins I have done 10x or more on around end of year in the first couple months of this year. Some crazy hidden gems that I did find. One of them recently even did like a 70x that I picked up at a really small market cap, but it was actually a utility coin and not a meme coin. A few of the meme coins even did huge. So you don't want to sleep on blockchains just because you hear negative things about it. There's extremely bullish stuff happening on Cardano, and it's actually a lot easier to sort through this stuff because you don't have as much bloat and mass spam. On Solana right now, there's about I forgot what the exact number was, but it's millions of coins being launched through Pump Fun and all these scam coins every single week. I believe it was a few thousand coins per hour is what it came out to. So insane amount of scams because it's so cheap to launch a coin. It's so easy with Pump.Fun. There's so many scammers and people are targeting it. People just throw anything out there. So that's another negative of Solana being so cheap on that. Also not as decentralized as Cardano, but I do think Cardano is actually a good medium between Ethereum and Solana. It's also the most decentralized out of these blockchains, so that's huge as well. With upcoming updates that are going to be huge, they recently announced the Leos update. Could be increasing the speed of Cardano to the levels of Solana. Gas fees are a little higher, but that's just how it is with decentralized blockchain. You're not going to get the network going down though, and it's a lot more secure. So I actually like there being some gas as well, because it does eliminate scammers and people that are flipping for a couple dollars here and there. So there are different benefits, and it is going to be very interesting to do these different trading series on different blockchains simultaneously. So $10,000 on Ethereum. I'll be trading on ETH and EVMs like ApeChain and Abstract, maybe Base. There's some good altcoins on Base, which is an EVM. Solana, it's probably mostly going to be meme coins, of course. There's very few utility coins on Solana. There are some that do good, but it's mostly just meme coins and spam. Cardano, there's a lot of good utility coins. There's also some good meme coins there as well, but you're not going to see crazy spam like you are on Solana. So it's going to be a lot easier to sort through and find good picks on Cardano, but I'm going to be doing these simultaneously and comparing them for you guys, giving you guys updates. Will be a pretty fun and interesting experiment. So of course, I'm not 100% sure this is the bottom, which is why I said in the trading series, I'll only buy with a certain percent, keep some in stable coins ready to go. For instance, this is definitely something concerning for the next couple days. Breaking: China says they will not bow to Trump's terms. If this holds true and Trump follows through with the threats, a 50% additional tariff will be issued against China on April 9th, the day after tomorrow. So things could get worse temporarily. Like I said, a quick drop to around 60,000 is definitely possible. Will it happen though? It really depends how things play out here in general. Could be bad in the very short term, but things could clear up as well. So this is definitely not helping with the fear levels, but crypto hasn't crashed more really after this. We're actually on a slight recovery. So that is why I'm going to be holding some in stable coins just for any future dips, so I can dollar cost average and accumulate and lower my average entry overall. That is a really good practice. No one is going to be able to time the exact bottom, and you shouldn't try to. What the best practice would be to do is to dollar cost average on dips. So generally dollar cost averaging is just taking a percent of every paycheck you get and putting it in the markets, whatever coins you want. No matter what the price is, you do this regularly on a schedule. But what I prefer is an altered version of this, where basically you're taking that same percentage out of every check, but you could put it in stable coins or cash or something ready to go, and ready to buy crypto quickly, and then accumulate that. And anytime you see a crash or a good entry point or a new altcoin or something comes up you're really bullish on, some breaking news happens that you catch quickly and you know it's going to go up a lot, then you have that money ready to go and you can put that into the markets pretty quickly. So say right now, say for the last month, I was just taking 15% of my paychecks and putting them in stable coins. I would be buying right now with most of that, and then next paycheck and the paycheck after that, I would accumulate again. If we get another 20 to 30% drop, I would use all of that to enter at that time, and then you just keep doing that. And if you do that very long term, most likely you're going to be very successful, unless you're buying total shit coins or things that just end up being scams. If you're buying good top crypto picks like Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Cardano, and then you have a small percent in these smaller, higher risk coins as well, I've done extremely well with that. Pretty much everyone I know that's done this steadily, at least for more than one cycle, has done extremely well. So it's really an unbeatable strategy, and it really takes a lot of the stress out of it as well. So again, the short term is very uncertain. This is why there's strategies like dollar cost average. You have that entry and exit strategy. You want to have that written out and be able to execute on that. If you can do that, it really does take a lot of the stress out of this, and you're going to be much more successful. You really have to remove the majority of the emotion from trading and investing in general to be more successful overall. So BlackRock did buy a large amount of Bitcoin on April 4th. BlackRock bought over $66 million worth of Bitcoin. That was on the first dip. Of course, it dipped a little bit more. They're probably going to continue buying. Same thing with MicroStrategy. They also stated today, I believe he did an interview where he made some statements. He actually said we could be in a recession right now, but simultaneously, he did say current market crash is a buying opportunity. So we'll see if they take their own advice, if they accumulate millions more of Bitcoin, a couple 100 million more. We'll see where that's headed, but these companies are ready for this type of stuff. They're dollar cost averaging with large amounts. So their strategy is very long term, which makes them more successful as well. So this morning, $10 trillion has been lost in the stock market over the last week. So Microsoft down 4%, Google down 4%, Meta down 9%. Netflix, Nvidia, Apple is down 17%. That is huge. I believe that's mostly because of the tariffs and how much the cost is going to increase on that. Warren Buffett sold a huge amount of his Apple stock. He's sitting on more cash than anyone has ever had in history. Over $300 billion of cash. So we'll see what Warren Buffett does if he's going to re-enter the stock market. I'm speculating he's going to be buying Bitcoin at some point and start buying dollar cost averaging that. But likely if he does that, he's going to do a very large amount before anyone else finds out, because just him doing that would show an extreme shift. He's always believed that Bitcoin is a scam and never trusted it. But BlackRock is actually a huge investor in Berkshire Hathaway, among other people that are invested in Bitcoin. So they may be trying to convince him, and he may change his mind at some point soon. If he's sitting on $300 billion cash, he's not even going to notice if he puts $5 billion into Bitcoin, even $20 billion in the Bitcoin. And that alone would be so bullish. It would probably make the price of Bitcoin double in just a couple weeks. And then he could take out his initial investment and just have all his Bitcoin he would have for free, essentially. But he may just be so against Bitcoin and not understand it that he'll never do that. But I really do believe the influences, the people and shareholders in Berkshire Hathaway could have an influence in this, and they may push Berkshire to acquire some Bitcoin, even if Warren Buffett doesn't approve of that. We'll see what happens with that, but they have that money ready to go, and it's looking like an optimal time for an entry like that. Tech Dev on X, he's been posting some really good data here. So he posted this on April 1st. See the blue zone? We're nowhere near. 4 to 4 cycles topped in there. See that green dot after the bump? 3 out of 3 times the Bitcoin went parabolic. The majority seems to think this time is different. That usually works out, right? So we can see here 4 to 4 cycles topped in this blue area, and we haven't had that. 3 out of 3 times Bitcoin went parabolic from the green dot. After the green dot, we can zoom in here, and we can see that first one was way back. I wouldn't even consider this cycle, but this was 2012, and then of course end of 2016, beginning of 2017. That was the best time to start dollar cost averaging. That's when I started dollar cost averaging regularly. Next one here, end of 2020, going into that cycle, and we just had another one of these here. So looking pretty good. If tops out in this zone again, that's going to be massive. How much difference of price that will be. We'd likely see, like I said, $250,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin if that does happen. Another interesting perspective here from Dan on X. Gold topping out last cycle is what kicked off the crypto bull run. At charts looking similar. We can see last cycle gold peaked right here, started having a correction. This is when around the time crypto was really kicking off. Again here we just had Gold peak all-time high is starting to have a correction, so we'll see where that goes, if that plays out. Just another interesting perspective though. And then this is pretty interesting in the comments too. Bitcoin versus gold is undervalued. Historically, these levels have been prime for Bitcoin accumulation. This comparison between Bitcoin and gold, it is good to look at different stuff like this. Does build confidence and shows where we're at in comparison to other assets. So this is funny. Eric Trump, of course, Trump has World Liberty platform. They launched a cryptocurrency for that as well and did a huge fundraise. Eric Trump and some of his other family are involved in that. They're accumulating crypto for the platform. They've bought, I believe, around $100 million or something of crypto, different altcoins, mostly Ethereum. Some strange altcoins too, a lot of Tron, TRX, some other random smaller ones. So Ethereum ETH has dumped 46% since Eric Trump said it was a great time to buy. If you guys didn't see this, back here on February 3rd, Eric Trump posted on X, in my opinion, it's a great time to add ETH. You can thank me later. This was around the time ETH was around $2,900, just touched around $1,500. So you can see the sharp decline here since that tweet. So of course a lot of people are upset about that, but he has insider info and intel that no one else does. What's interesting to me is I'm seeing a lot of people saying that Trump is purposely crashing the market so a lot of his friends and, you know, all these other people can buy. But what's interesting is how much crypto they've bought. You would think they'd be doubling down right now if that were true. It's his own family. It's his crypto-owned platform. Why aren't they buying another $200 to $300 million worth right now? If they were really trying to crash the market or knew the markets would crash, I really don't think he actually thought the markets were going to crash like this from the tariffs and everything. But we'll see. Maybe things do get much worse, and then we do see them accumulate 3 to 5 times more than what they're already holding. That could be a play just to say they didn't know, you know, what was happening with the market or anything, or it was on purpose. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, what World Liberty buys going forward. So with the markets crashing, stocks crashing so hard, there's a couple meme coins that have been doing well. Fartcoin and SPX 900 SPX. These are two of the biggest Solana meme coins that have been doing great over the last few months. Both are up, I believe, around 15% today. So stock market dumping trillions over the last week, but Fartcoin and SPX 6900 continue rising. Of course, the majority of these meme coins on Solana that even hit billions of dollars market cap, most of them have crashed completely and are in the millions of market cap again, over 95% drop. Only a few certain ones, these really good long-term ones that are going to hold up. There's only a select few of these out of the hundreds that did well, and then out of the tens of millions of coins that are being launched, so it's so hard to sort through and find this type of stuff. There's a couple good people that have made some really good picks, but regardless, it is a lot of work trying to find good long-term meme coins on Solana. Most people just do quick flips there in general, which is, I'm going to be trying to do some of that, but also picking up some good long-term ones. There's a few picks I have found on Solana I do really trust for the long term. Pudgy Penguins coin, of course, I think is one of those. But I will cover a few more of those when I start doing the trading series and altcoin video updates. So Cardano, this is huge. ADA founder Charles Hoskinson claims Cardano's upcoming upgrade will bring Solana style speed with full decentralization and solve the blockchain trilemma. So this is massive. This is spreading a lot, which is huge for Cardano. This update coming. They're also bringing Bitcoin to Cardano and bringing DeFi to Bitcoin, which is very interesting. And with that, they're going to be doing some interesting stuff. They're going to be doing a anonymous coin on Cardano, which they're going to airdrop, I believe, upwards of 100 million people that are going to be able to claim this coin. It's going to bring a ton of people into Cardano native assets. One reason why I'm so bullish on some of these early picks that are hidden gems on Cardano, because if you're bringing millions of people in, there's only a couple thousand holders in most of these coins that are doing well right now that are Cardano native assets. If you're bringing millions of people into the blockchain that get wallets and start using the swaps, they're going to start discovering these coins. Even say 10 to 20,000 new people getting in is going to 10x a lot of these Cardano native assets. So that's one reason why I've been accumulating some of these. I'm going to go over that in the trading series and show you guys my picks so far, but definitely some good stuff there. You shouldn't sleep on it. So if you didn't know, I have been working on a lot of different projects under JRNY Club and the IR Labs company. So we've been working throughout the entire bear market, developing different stuff. Of course, you probably know about the NFT sets, JRNY Gallery. We just launched JRNY TV though, which is a new YouTube channel and media outlet for crypto, finance, and tech overall. This is a high quality channel, more like Coin Bureau style, but we are doing daily content on here, long form and shorts, covering the news, top picks overall in different categories. Definitely recommend following here to stay more up to date and just learn a lot more about crypto in general. But I'm going to play you a quick clip from this. This is just 37 seconds that we posted on the X account about this Cardano update here.
Cardano just dropped a bombshell. Its new Leos upgrade could change everything. We're talking Solana level speed without giving up decentralization or security. Yeah, you heard that right. Charles Hoskinson says Leos brings parallel block processing. Basically, it can validate multiple transactions at once, comparable to Solana and other top blockchains, solving the blockchain trilemma. That's huge. Combine that with Cardano's other scalability tricks, cult-like community, speculation surrounding an XRP partnership, and US government involvement, and you've got a network that's faster, leaner, and more exciting than anything out there. If you're sleeping on ADA right now, it might be the time to wake up. Are you bullish on Cardano? Follow for more updates.
So one thing we missed in this video is that they're bringing Bitcoin to Cardano, and then that midnight airdrop coming up, bringing a lot of people into the blockchain, but a lot of other huge things as well. And then the mention of speculation with a Ripple partnership. Something came up today that I do want to point out, actually a few hours ago. So this morning, Ripple posted this video, and it's pretty interesting because in the clip, they used a coin that shows the Cardano logo instead of XRP, which is pretty interesting. So Ripple XRP just posted a video with the Cardano ADA logo as the opening scene. Huge partnership announcement incoming. If we look into this tweet more, what they said, by 2033, a 0.6 trillion to 19 trillion shift is coming as tokenization reshapes global finance. Why? Regulation and institutional adoption, real-world assets like bonds and real estate, faster interoperable financial infrastructure. The institutions that act now will lead the next era of finance. Get ready with our new tokenization report. So pretty interesting. They put this picture of a Cardano coin, not XRP. Big partnership may be coming where Ripple is utilizing the Cardano blockchain to create some products, something that the Ripple ledger cannot do, XRP. So maybe it's real world assets, but we know that Cardano is doing some government level stuff with the blockchain, and all these updates that are coming. Ripple would not be using the Cardano blockchain for something like this if they could use something else that makes more sense to them. Something about Solana that goes against it is it's more centralized. So even if Solana was a better blockchain for this type of stuff, Ripple probably wouldn't use them because Cardano is more decentralized, and it makes more sense to use it for these type of things and to create these products on it. So really interested to see what comes out of that. That could be huge for both XRP and ADA. But Cardano's bringing Bitcoin to Cardano blockchain, and now Ripple is looking to utilize the Cardano blockchain. Two of the few top cryptocurrencies on the Cardano blockchain. Of course, that is extremely bullish. And then this clip from Alex Becker. Alex Becker is known for trolling the Cardano community, but he's definitely a huge bag holder. He's very bullish on it, and very recently he posted in his recent video, he believes Cardano's ADA is by far the #1 easiest bet in crypto right now. Cardano is going back to $3 to $5. That is massive coming from him. So lots of people are very bullish. These developments are very bullish. I'm going to be doing another video just diving more into this overall. We're actually doing a pretty thorough deep dive on the JRNY TV channel as well. So if you want to check that out, you can subscribe to that channel. There's a link in the video description. I do recommend following on X as well. We post daily clips here and shorts and full-length videos. Like I said, we're really in motion now, pumping out a ton of great media through this. I don't have the time to be doing this type of media, but I am involved in this. I'm helping on the topics and the content, and I am backing and supporting this channel. It is part of our ecosystem, so definitely check that out. One of our media news outlets. Also, Block News is under our ecosystem. We just rebranded this at blocknews.com. Definitely recommend following here as well. We post stuff as it's happening, like that Ripple XRP preview that they posted, stuff on the tariffs and the markets, just different stuff that's happening. Meme coin coverage as well, like Farcoin and SPX going up against the market. So this video is getting much longer than I expected. Thank you for watching this far. If you have last post here, I do want to go over Crypto Rover. This man owns $2.3 billion worth of Ethereum. He 100% knows something about ETH. It's interesting to me that these people on the higher level that have this type of inside info know a lot of these business developments and stuff happening that no one else knows. They're so heavy on ETH over everything else. I really think there's a lot of upward potential for ETH depending on what comes out of this, but that is a sign in my opinion. Alex Becker is very bullish on ETH as well, but ETH and ADA are two of my top picks out of the top 10 right now, just because of where their current price is and everything that's being developed and all of this stuff happening with institutional adoption. Probably two of the best performers going into altcoin season, and when we do peak later this year if that happens. So just wanted to point that out, but that's pretty much it for this video. I do want to do some more videos covering other stuff since it's getting so long. I don't want this video to get to an hour, but we do have big updates coming from JRNY Club very soon as well. We've actually been developing some products on Cardano. We're going to be announcing the first one in the next few days here. It's NFT related. So definitely follow JRNY Club if you want to see that announcement. I'll be posting it on my X account as well. But we have some crypto related products coming on Cardano throughout the rest of the year. So we have been building stuff on Cardano, and there is a lot more happening on Cardano than people realize. We're building some other stuff crypto related as well. We actually have our biggest push yet coming for JRNY Club. Not only those Cardano products, but other huge things as well. With what's recently happened, a lot of doors have opened, so really excited about that. Even with where the markets currently are, everything we're working on and pushing by end of year is huge for JRNY Club members, for the crypto space as a whole. So if you've always wanted to be a JRNY Club member, now may be a good time to check that out. There's the JRNY Club Pass NFT, which you find on OpenSea or Blur, and then there's the JRNYers, which is basically the same as the Pass, but it's the PFP version. You can now burn the JRNY Club Pass NFT to get a random PFP, but that acts as the new Pass. It's an updated contract, and it's a PFP, which we're going to be using for 3D avatars in the metaverse. Other side first. And it has the same utility as the JRNY Club Pass. It's an access pass to our different platforms and everything, but it is going to have some new utility that the JRNY Club Pass can't have, just because the contract can't be updated, and it was launched in 2021 when contracts didn't have as much functionality. So definitely check that out. Huge things coming. I'm really excited for that. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.